So I want at this time to welcome Honourable Reginald Austrie to speak to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I'll tell you something. I'll tell you some things. The first thing I'm going to tell you is I stopped singing on political platform. Because since Lennox Linton started to sing, I stopped singing. Because I myself don't want to be doing nothing Lennox Linton doing. Nothing at all. So I'm not going to sing. And if all you behave well, I may give all you something for the last rally. But for now, I'm not singing. The other problem I have is with labor rights. I have a serious problem with Labour Party supporters. And let me tell you why. Because I think you guys too nice. I think Roosevelt's carrot spoil all you. I think so. Because I cannot understand the amount of blows workers give in Labour Party. The amount of things they're saying about Roosevelt's carrot and us. The amount of pressure they're giving us on Q95. We're not answering. We're not studying them. We're not saying nothing. As soon as we pass the liquor blows, Labour right cry. Labour right calling me, oh, since last week Higgs cried. So let Higgs cry. If Higgs want to cry, let Higgs cry. Because I didn't say nothing about Higgs. I forgot to say him. And I just said something which I will not say tonight. But I don't understand how all you like to feel sorry for people so. Because my policy is I'm not taking people last in politics. And if you jam me, when I get a chance, I will jam you back, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. But you see, tonight, I'm not going to jam plenty. I have a short time to speak. But I want to raise two issues before I speak, which I will probably, if I get the time a little later, well, I'm not so hot with this telephone thing. I'm not so hot with this telephone thing. But I want to raise something. Anyway, we'll get it later. But it's something that Brian Linton had to say, and that will be important about their rally yesterday and last night. And I'll read something about one of them. But let me just say I want to welcome all our cabinet colleagues to Soufriere tonight. I speak like somebody from Scott's Head. I've been here for the last 2 weeks, and I feel like I'm part of the Scott's Head community, ladies and gentlemen. Because I have seen and met the nicest people in Dominica live here in Scott's Head, ladies and gentlemen. Very nice people, hard-working people. And when Lennox Linton come here and tell you and call you beggars, ladies and gentlemen, we have to reject that statement. Because you, the people of Soufriere, Scott's Head and Point Michel, are hard-working people. You work hard for what you want. And all you need is a little push to push you. But when he wants his bill on l'argent, he begging on radio to get his money, ladies and gentlemen. When he have his bills to pay, he begging from the rich, the poor, the sick, the infirm. IQ95, and he want to come here and call you beggars, ladies and gentlemen. And then he come here and he tell you that by the sweat of your brow, you shall eat bread. And he say, quoting from the Bible, but my Bible tell me that you have to feed the hungry, you have to clothe the naked, and you have to put a roof over the head of those without shelter, ladies and gentlemen. Which is what the Dominica Labour Party has been doing, not only in this constituency, but all around the country. And you should not feel bad, you should not feel guilty, because that is why you vote your power upon your government. That when things are rough with you, you can call on somebody to help you, ladies and gentlemen. When your children have difficulty in paying the bus to go to school, you must be able to call somebody to help you, ladies and gentlemen. And when your child or your mother or grandmother is sick, and you have to go to Matnick for a scan, and you have to go to Barbados to save their life, you must be able to call on somebody who can help you, ladies and gentlemen. And that is what the Dominica Labour Party has been doing for the people of Cottage, Soufriere, and for this country, ladies and gentlemen. And that is why we're here tonight, to ask you to let the Dominica Labour Party continue to help and to assist you and your children in the Soufriere constituency. And we're giving to you a candidate that you can trust, a candidate who is alive, a candidate who has the energy, ladies and gentlemen, and more importantly, a candidate who has a passion for the job. And when you look at those candidates and you put them side by side, what a great difference between those two candidates. Higgs didn't have no intention of running for no election. Higgs didn't want to run because the United Workers' Party was looking for another candidate. They check Matt, and you tell me not to call name. But I'll say to you that Labour Party doesn't lie. We doesn't say what we don't know, ladies and gentlemen. And if you speak the truth, nobody can sue you, ladies and gentlemen. And if they want to sue me, let them go ahead and sue me, ladies and gentlemen, because we have the truth and we have the evidence. And they went to Matt, and Matt said he wasn't in that. They went to the Williams girl, and she said she wasn't in that. And at the final analysis, when they couldn't find anybody, they chose Higgs Adams, ladies and gentlemen. But no, Kalai say he's not voting. They didn't choose Kalai. You wouldn't choose Kalai for nothing. I wouldn't choose Kalai for nothing. But Kalai declared that he's not voting. And when the strong workers like Kalai tell you he's not voting, then something is wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Something not right, ladies and gentlemen. And I can say to you that it's not me that will not get him in trouble. And his mother home is. Okay. Okay. And I want to say to you that walking through Scott's Head, I met a lot of UWP supporters that either voting for the Dominica Labour Party or they're not voting. So I want to say to you that when you see those workers, watch them with one eye open, one eye closed, but don't chase them away. Because some of them still making up their minds to vote for the Dominica Labour Party. Because they understand what the Labour Party has done for this constituency. They know what the Labour Party has done for this village of Scott's Head. And don't be surprised, we're going to get the largest margin of victory ever gotten in the history of politics in this constituency. Because worker supporters, they will not tell you that publicly, but they will vote for the Dominica Labour Party. Ladies and gentlemen, they say we doesn't deal with issues. And my talk is that the issues are right there before your eyes for you to see it. I do not have to come here to Soufriere and to tell you the amount of money that we've spent on home renovation in that constituency. Between 2008 and 2016, right there in Soufriere, we spent over $600,000 taking care of the housing needs of over 138 persons, 138 families, ladies and gentlemen. Because they come here and they tell you Labour Party has done nothing for you. And it's because election coming, they're seeing us here in Scots Head. But from 2008, we have been here assisting the people of the Soufriere constituency. So we don't just come. And between Point Michel, Galion, Soufriere, we've spent over $2 million taking care of the housing needs of the people of this constituency. And it continues, because right now, in the village council of Point Michel, of Soufriere Scots Head, we have $700,000 to take care of the needs of over 150 families in that constituency. The money is with the village council. Your name is with the village council. That is not what we're promising you. That is what that is already there, waiting for you, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not because the by-election is coming. It's because we know that there is a need for housing in this constituency. And we're meeting the needs of the people, because that is what you vote for your government, to help you in time of needs, ladies and gentlemen. And I can say to you, on the housing, we have another list coming out very shortly for over another $700,000 to take care of your housing needs in this constituency, ladies and gentlemen. And I will speak to housing because that is my ministry. I don't have to tell you about the transformation that has taken place in Point Michel, ladies and gentlemen. In Union Estate, where over 200 lots have been made available to the people of Point Michel. Those same lots, the United Workers' Party wanted to sell it to you at $14 a square foot. The Dominica Labour Party gave it to you at $7.25 and $7.50 a square foot, ladies and gentlemen. $14,000. You know why? Because the intention was not to give you, the people of Point Michel, the land. The intention was to sell it to people from outside of Point Michel. So they put a price that they know that you couldn't afford, ladies and gentlemen. But Roosevelt Skerrit fixed it. Roosevelt Skerrit fixed it. And if I didn't move fast to give it to you for 7, he was going to bring it down to 5. And if you're not kept, I give it to them for nothing. Because at the end of the day, we believe that every Dominican have a right to own a piece of Dominica. And the people who were squatting here in Scots Head, in Soufriere, in Chimenef, in Green Valley, ladies and gentlemen, for years you have been occupying those lands. Government come, government go. And it was the Dominica Labour Party who gave you those lands at $1 for a square foot of land. Land that was worth, according to UWP, $14 a square foot. The Labour Party said it's 7, and we gave it to you at $1 a square foot, ladies and gentlemen. That is the work of Roosevelt Skerrit and the Dominica Labour Party. And that is why we can come here in the morning, in the noon, and in the night, because we know that over the years we have delivered to the people of the Soufriere constituency. We have delivered to the people of the Soufriere constituency. And the most you can do is show your gratitude for what we have done and for what we will continue to do for the people of this constituency. Where you ever hear people just vote for opposition? And I don't mind, you can vote for a good opposition, but you cannot vote for a opposition that always fighting against the government, ladies and gentlemen, fighting against your development. But let's say you will vote for the opposition. But Higgs cannot fight with nobody. Higgs too like to cry. Every time you get him, the man crying. You don't want no cry baby in the parliament. You want people of substance. You want strong people. You want somebody who can stand up and represent. Oh, and he said, well, when you vote for him, he will take your concerns to the cabinet. To which cabinet? But Higgs not going in cabinet. Higgs cannot go in cabinet. It's only the government that can go in cabinet. It's Roosevelt Skerrit and us that in cabinet. Leonard Clinton not in cabinet. Sprague's done nothing in cabinet. So really, Higgs really back to front for true. Higgs back to front, ladies and gentlemen, to come here and tell you he will take your message to the cabinet. No, he cannot do it. It's only Denise Charles that can take your concerns to the cabinet. Because she will be a member of the cabinet. You have to be a member of cabinet to enter cabinet. And no opposition man cannot enter the cabinet, ladies and gentlemen. So that's a fallacy. But, you know, opposition to the government for what? But you know the truth is, I don't think those boys really want to form government. That job is a hard job. That job is a difficult job. Especially after Erica. And they're making more money than us. Because their involvement with crooks and vagabond is big, ladies and gentlemen. When you hear Thompson Fontaine running his mouth, ladies and gentlemen, you must ask who is paying him to destroy and to damage our country. Who is paying him? Because you, those of you who were in St. Joseph, you heard the Prime Minister make mention of a particular white man journalist that was in the country writing bad and negative reports about Dominica. And he was staying, eating and drinking by members of the United Workers' Party. Ladies and gentlemen, and so we ask ourselves, who is paying them or who they're paying to destroy our beautiful country? And you hear that foolishness about the Panama Papers, but somebody must be paying somebody to talk nonsense. Because there is no relationship with the government and Panama Papers. So you must ask them who paying them and how much they're getting paid to destroy our beautiful country, ladies and gentlemen. To you, the people of Soufriere, Scott said, let us remember that in Savannah, where you had no water for years, it was this Dominica Labour Party that spent over $1.3 million to give you the people of Savannah water, ladies and gentlemen. And water is life. Now you have it. You don't worry about it. But when you didn't have it, you know how difficult it was. How challenging it was for you, ladies and gentlemen. The work of the Dominica Labour Party. So they say we don't deal with issues. So I just outlined to you some of the issues that we have to consider in this by-election. And that is why you have to vote for continuity, so we can continue. And what is it that they're offering? What are their issues now? What are their issues? The issues was a rally they had in Point Michel last night. Or they tried to have. But it was a band mass they had in Point Michel. And the Charles fellow was there in a pink shirt and a khaki short pant. They had blue shirt, purple shirt, red shirt. Some even red shirt, purple shirt. That was a band mass, ladies and gentlemen. And you cannot treat such an important matter in that way. Because the issue, and you see, the problem is, they raise the issue. It's not we that raise the issue of child protection. It's they that raise it. And when we comment on it, they're getting vexed. And they're exposing themselves. Because I don't say nothing about Monel. I call her name. But all I tell her is we have to protect all children. Those born and those unborn. What's wrong with saying that? What's wrong with that? Oh Lord. And they crucify me. A whole week they crucify me because I say that they must protect unborn children. Now if you know something about unborn children, tell us. If you know something we don't know, then tell us what you know. But don't come and accuse me of saying what I never say, ladies and gentlemen. And when I say that we have to protect our little boys too, and here in Scott said, you have to protect your little boys, ladies and gentlemen. And in Point Michel, and in Soufriere, and in Galion, you have to protect the children. Tell me something. Tell me something. UWP have a rally for the protection of children. Tell me something. When you look at the track record of the United Workers' Party, are you going to leave your child or your children in the hands of Lennox Linton to protect for you? When he knocked down a little boy in Maho, he never turned around to see what was wrong with the child. He never looked back. The boy is now in the United States with some serious challenges as a result of that accident. And Lennox Linton has never turned his back. You really going to leave your child in the hands of Lennox Linton? You're going to leave your child in the hands of Brian Linton to look after for you? You're going to leave your child in the hands of Ezekiel Basil to look after for you? Ladies and gentlemen, I have it on my phone. I was going to read it, but I don't know where to find it. That in 2010, and all you tell me don't call people name, but I'll tell you, he's a meg fella from Salisbury. His job on hard. He troublesome. He always driving a transport. He have a speaker on his transport 365 days a year. I'm not calling them. That gentleman, a top member of the United Workers' Party, in 2010, he's arrested, charged for abduction, that is kidnapping, for illegal sex, for, wait, I have it, you know. Yes. For, no, we have to be real, and we cannot play ostrich and bury our head in the sand, because these are the same people who want to come and tell you about protecting our children. Fly away, Peter. Fly away, Peter. Fly away, Paul. Bring back Peter. Bring back Paul for me. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. But I will say it. I will say it. Because that gentleman now have a case in July in court for the abduction. Thank you very much, Peter. Bring back Paul. Unlawful sexual intercourse and indecent assault on a 16-year-old child from a southern community. I wouldn't call the community name. This was the man had a purple shirt yesterday, walking up and down Point Michelle, talking about protection of our children. Which children, ladies and gentlemen? Which children they want to protect? And there it is. They have their man, and I can call Sikri name. He's a politician. And we know what happened. Okay? We took care of our problems. We took care of our business. Go and take care of all your business, ladies and gentlemen. You see, that's the problem, you know. Go and take care of all your problem. He's still under all your nose, under all your dress. All you don't know what to do with him. Ladies and gentlemen, we took care of our own. Go and take care of all your own, ladies and gentlemen. And these men have no moral authority to talk about protection of children, because you put your child in their hand for 2 days and you wouldn't see the child when you come back. You really tell me you're going to let Monel take care of your children? We are people from St. Joseph here. Who are from St. Joe? Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, when you see Monel put a haversack on her back and you see Monel take off, it's next tomorrow morning she coming back, ladies and gentlemen. Next tomorrow morning. Ask Thompson Fontaine if I lying. And you telling me Monel have the guts to put a purple clothes and say she protection of children? We really serious about that? And for Brian Linton to write what he write and said what he said about the 15-year-old child that has some difficulty and call her a name I wouldn't call now tonight. It's too early for that kind of language. I will call Simeon Shaw at 10 o'clock in the night when all children sleep in to repeat what. That is how he described the child in his comments, on his Facebook comments. And then you want to run a rally for the protection of that same child? I don't know if all you read that. Let me do it slowly. Ladies and gentlemen, and I dealing with their issues because that is the main issue for this campaign. That is the main issue. And I have to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen. These people have no... Basil? Ladies and gentlemen, when Lennox Linton called our young people in this country prostitutes, nobody does say nothing. AFI does say nothing. Women's Bureau does say nothing. The overseas callers, Louis Robinson and the other one that cannot come back to Dominica because they owe in money and they can't come back, they'll arrest them. When you hear about radio talking big, they can't come back here because they have criminal records down here. They're not saying nothing. And I say Higgs Bottom by accident. It was an accident. It was a mistake when I say that. When Lennox Linton wasn't satisfied that he had called our young people prostitutes, he spelled it for us. And I cannot spell prostitute. That had too much T in it. And Lennox can spell prostitute. Lennox spent 1 week learning to spell prostitute. Write it on a paper. Write it on a paper. Stand up in front of this mirror. Write it in big letters. Stand up in front of this mirror. Practicing for 1 whole week to spell prostitute on the platform. So that was an accident. That was deliberate, ladies and gentlemen. Deliberate. And he maybe will make a mistake because one word can have so much T in it. P-R-O-S-T-I-T-U-T-T-U-T-T-U-T-T. No. The point I'm making is, ladies and gentlemen, that when these things are said about us, nobody says anything. Nobody says nothing. But when we speak and we don't call them and we don't say nothing, they want to have us high and accuse us. Well, I'm telling you, they can do what they want. They can say what they want. They will not stop me from talking. They will not stop me from speaking the truth at no time, ladies and gentlemen. And you must go and ask them. Because if you want to respect the children, you have to respect the mothers and you have to respect the grandmothers. You cannot want to respect the child and call the grandmother greedy. You cannot do that. You cannot want to respect the child and call the child mother a prostitute because she went to Roosevelt's carriage for some assistance for the same child. And you tell her she's prostituting and nobody says nothing. And when I make a little mistake and I say something, everybody want to jump on me. Well, let them jump. Once they don't jump on my back, it's all. Let them jump on my belly. But no man not jumping on my back. Ladies and gentlemen, not there. Pala! Pala! Neither Coppell, neither Higgs, neither Lennox, they're not jumping on this back there, ladies and gentlemen. Because I'm not backward, I'm forward looking, ladies and gentlemen. So, we in the Dominica Labour Party, we can defend ourselves. Don't take our kindness for weakness, ladies and gentlemen. It's not because we're nice to believe we'll just roll over and take your blows and don't respond at the appropriate time. You don't answer everything because we have work to do. So every little thing they say, you cannot go and answer and leave your work behind. But when I come to Scott's Head and I have to speak, I will speak. And if they want to sue, let them sue. At my age, I can spend a couple days somewhere. I don't mind. It's all right. As long as you, the people of the Cottage and Soufriere constituency, as long as you're okay, I will do anything for you, ladies and gentlemen. I will take a few days for you because I've dedicated over 25 years of my life in representing people, in taking care of the needs of the downtrodden, the oppressed, the depressed, and the children too, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll continue doing that as long as I have the last breath in me. They thought I wasn't coming back. They thought I wasn't coming back. But I want to tell them I'm back. And I'll be back for a long time. So tell them, go and put on their breastplate, go and put on their shield, get their sword, get their spear, because politics, as I know it, is about the protection of children and the elders and the adults. Politics is about making a better life for the people of this country. My politics is about a better life for the people of Soufriere, Point Michel, and Galion. And if I have to go to battle on your behalf, I will go to battle on your behalf, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we do. That is the vow we take. All of us here could have been somewhere different. All of us here were employed. All of us here were working. I was working at Ross University, making more money than I'm making now. I left that to go and represent the people of the Cottage constituency. Roosevelt Scarrett was working, making more money than he's making now. He left it and come to serve the people of Dominica. Johnson Drago, Justina Charles was a nurse. Roslyn Paul was working ministry. Dr. Mack had his own business working for the government. We leave that and come to serve our country and to serve our people, ladies and gentlemen. These men have never worked in their lives. They've never worked. Thompson Fontaine fired. Lennox Linton fired. Brian Linton fired. They cannot work your pass at travail. And today they want to come here and ask you to give them a salary. To vote for them to go to Parliament to get a salary. No. We're not voting to give man salary. We're voting for people to work. Denise Charles, Deputy Manager of Petro Carib. Ladies and gentlemen, not a bad salary. Not a bad salary. She has sacrificed that and come here to represent you, the people of Point Michel, Soufriere, and Scott's Head. We have options, but we chose to serve and to represent the people of this country. And Dennis is making a sacrifice for the people of this country. And they don't want us to talk about Ian Pinard. But you cannot talk about Soufriere, Scott's Head, and Point Michel if you don't talk about Ian Pinard, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot. Because after all is said and done, Ian Pinard represented you and represented you well. And if you have any gratitude for Ian Pinard, the best you can do for him is to vote Denise Charles and the Dominica Labour Party back in office. Let us do it for Ian Pinard here in this constituency. Let us make him proud because he has sacrificed. Even when Ian Pinard was not well, he came out from his illness and come back to serve you, the people of Point Michel, Soufriere, and Scott's Head. And you could find him anywhere, any place, anytime, ladies and gentlemen, fighting on your behalf, working with the government. Today they want you to vote for somebody to fight with the government. Now when you fight with the government, what you going to get? How do you get anything as little as it is for the constituents, for your people? We cannot vote for opposition. You have to vote for the government. Because the government is in power. And no matter whether we lose or we win, we will still be in government. We'll be in government and Higgs will be in opposition. They cannot help you. It's only us here that can help you, ladies and gentlemen. And we have helped you before, and I promise you that we'll continue to help you. But I want to say to you that the challenge here for me is not about winning the constituency. We will win the constituency, I have no doubt about that. But we have to make a statement. We have to send a signal to the United Workers' Party and the rest of the country that we're going to win this one bigger than we ever won it before. And we have to ensure that all of us have to turn out to vote. Every single one of us have to turn out to vote to send a clear message, a message of respect for the constituency. You cannot come here and call people greedy, and call people prostitutes, and call people beggars. We have to teach those boys a lesson. And the only way we can teach them for them to feel it is we have to beat them bad. We have to beat them bad. And I will be back here again until election to ensure that Scots Head vote big for the Dominica Labour Party. And our colleagues, as we go around, will ensure that we vote big for the Dominica Labour Party and make Ian proud. And to give Denise Charles an opportunity, let's put Denise Charles to the test. Let's put her to the test. Let's see what she can do. Let's see if she can deliver. Ladies and gentlemen, let us put Denise. But I know Denise will pass that test because the track record is very clear of somebody who will pass the test. Just put her inside, and a time will come when you will decide whether you want her or not. But the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And you cannot judge a book by the cover. You have to open the book and read the book. So let's open Dennis' book in that by-election. Let's put Dennis to the test and let us see how the Soufriere constituency will continue to grow and to develop. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a wonderful audience. So I will sing for you next time. I promise you. But I'm not going to sing the same song Lennox Sington sing. Because he make too much mistake in that song, Papa. I can't understand, you know. The man practiced this song. He had it on CD. He had it on cassette. He had it on tape. And the man still make mistake in the song. Monsieur Bassava. Mais nous t'ai toujours dit, Lennox pas beaucoup savant. Lennox pas aller high school. Lennox qui est high school en forme. Puis c'était qu'à goumer à l'école. C'était qu'à goumer, yo jeté dehors. Ladies and gentlemen, ever vous connaissez mon calé on night school, on evening classes and so on. C'est pas même ça il prend pour dire moi ou taper en chanter ou apprendre chanter ou prendre 2 semaines ever vous still faire mistake en chanter là. No man, no man. We deserve better than that, ladies and gentlemen. We have our doctor with us, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit. We have our ministers with us, everybody fully qualified, ladies and gentlemen. Your constituency is in safe hands. Your country is in safe hands because we're making things happen. Even when things are difficult, we're making it happen. Just hear the amount of hotels that we're going to be building over the next couple of years and months, ladies and gentlemen. At a time when no country can boast of that. Antigua in problem, St. Martin in problem, St. Croix, St. Thomas, England, Spain, Germany. And here in Dominica, you have hotels upon hotels, road fixing, airport fixing, all that scary catapellage là, messieurs, mesdames. Where the money coming from? Because you have a serious government, you have a serious prime minister who know how to knock on doors and doors will open for us. Because you have a prime minister who is blessed by God, ladies and gentlemen. And the work we're doing is not by the hands of man. It's not the work of man. But you, the prayer warriors of Soufriere, Cottage and Point Michel, you are the ones who have us here today. You are the ones who put your faith, your prayers, and your confidence in us. And God is hearing our prayers. And God will hear your prayer for this by-election when we vote for Denise Charles, and Denise Charles becomes the next power rep of this constituency. I want to say good night to you. May God continue to bless you. Bless our government. Bless our community. Bless our children, ladies and gentlemen. Bless our children, those born and those unborn, ladies and gentlemen. God bless us all. Thank you very much. I love you.